Josh, your thoughts after that?
Quite raw at the moment, but the bottom line is not good enough. Second best all over the park. First contacts, second contacts, all the basics in what you need in a side, and it's difficult to put into words right now. I think it shows you what we are and where we're at the moment, that we're 1-0 just before half time, 30 seconds to go. You're getting at 1-0 compared to 2-0. It's a complete different ball game, and that's the sucker punch, but that's what I've got at the moment. I've got so much time for the boys in there, and I know their ability. I've had the last 2 days training has been top draw. I've said to my assistant, the standard again. Every time I'm going into a game, I'm believing, but I'm struggling to understand why they're not believing. I'm lacking characters. I'm lacking men. I'm trying to pick teams that I think will win football games, not just see football games, win football games. And the manner of the goals and the goals that we're conceding are far from good enough. And people need to look at themselves, need to have a good, hard look at themselves. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating, because I'm trying to tell them that in football it can be very, very damaging in terms of the inevitable outcomes and where it leaves you as a player, next contracts and your family, your protection in life. You're always playing for your next contract, especially at this level, and the route we're going down is far from good enough. And I understand momentum. I talk about momentum all the time, and belief and confidence, which we're coming up against teams with a lot more of that in most weeks. But today we've played against a Southend side who wasn't flying with momentum. They're a big club, they're a solid club, big crowd, and we made it too easy for them. And we're just, truth is, we're half a yard or a yard off it all over the place at the moment. And that's down to me to either get it out of the boys that I've got, because I have got, I'll say it again, a lot of time for the boys. But if I can't get it out of this group, I have to find the right ones to get it out of, however many that might be. But here I am with this group. I inherited this group, and they were my teammates, and now they're my players. And I know what they're about. I know they're capable, but it's trying to find the belief and the confidence in them to be able to stand up to it and show that other side, the character side.
Obviously, at first half, Josh, you alluded to it. It seemed a little bit lacklustre. There wasn't, say, winning second balls, third balls. It was Southend all over the park. Would you put that down to? You said training's been good. Is it simply a lack of confidence, or is it? What do you think? Do you see anything in the warm up? Anything that you can put it down to?
No, that's the difference again. My assistant, I'll repeat myself, how trusted he is, how much I trust him. Most trustworthy person I could work with comes in. I actually come out to the warm up today, had a little walk around, see it, and it was sharp, it was intense, they looked good. The boys come in saying it was a great warm up. My assistant said to them, basically, dare I say it, but you're looking at it, there's a good feel about it, and there has been. If there wasn't, and I wasn't getting something out of him in training, it'd be a worry, but it is. The training's good, the standard's good, they score goals, they put their body on the line, they're tight to people, but it just seems to be when we're getting in games, and I'm a big believer, and it's fact in life, that rolling feeling, that momentum feeling. I don't like talking about other teams, but this talk about the so-called greatest team over the last 10 years, Man City at the moment, can't buy a win because they're feeling it, they're under it, the pressure, the confidence, that momentum feeling, they're struggling. So they're seeing it in a different shape, if you like, shape or form. But with us, we're very, very vulnerable. We're very, very vulnerable, and I have to try and patch that up, glass that up, concrete it up, if you like. They're the words I need to put concrete around it. But we need to find a winning formula, and we need to start winning games, because the quicker we start winning games and picking points up, the quicker the boys will start believing, and the confidence will come to them. And as you say, when you're feeling it, and you're tentative is the word. I've had it in my career where you're a little bit tentative and you don't know whether to go, stick, twist, and in the end you make all the wrong decisions, and then you're a yard off of it. Rather than being on the front foot and you're there ready to go, you can sense where that second ball, I know it's dropping there, and at the moment everyone's a bit few and far between, and that's a big problem. But again, can only work on it in training, can only show them. We'll be in tomorrow. The boys will be doing what they're doing, but we'll be going through this one. We'll be dissecting it, debriefing it, because the boys need to see it. And I don't even think, and I know, I'm looking at the boys' kits in there, I'm looking at boys' sweat, and I'm looking at their running stats. There's no hiding place anymore. It's not for a lack of effort. It's just simply all those other things that I've already said rather than repeating myself, and it's a combination of things, and they're trying but they just can't produce it at the moment. So that's down to me, my staff, to work out the best way of being able to do that.
Obviously, you've spoken a week about changes to the squad. Obviously, we saw Dylan leave by mutual consent a few days ago. What the plans? Is there budget available for you to invest in the squad?
Yeah, see, what we've got here at this football club is fantastic ownership, a fantastic CEO, and whether and who, manager-wise, it's not here for me to talk about past people. Mistakes have been made, and you need the right recruitment. You need the right players, and if it's not right with what you've got, you have to go and find the right ones. Every team in the world does it. It's natural. It's part and parcel of the game. And I've got people that are backing me. I have to make changes because I can't keep rolling with what I've got. It's simply not working. It wasn't working at the start of the season. It wasn't working 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, and it's not working now. So I simply have to make changes, and they'll back me to do that. That's down to me to get the right ones. I know what I need. I know what I need in terms of the type of players and the personalities. I know exactly what I need, and that's down to me to do it now. The proper window is opening in terms of what I mean is you can go to every level to get players in the next week or so. But that's a big formula. But the problem is I don't have time. It's not summer. It's not where I can build from bottom and where everyone's on level pegging. We're playing big catch up already at the moment. So I need to pick teams to win football games, but I also need to get the right players in the building to be able to do that. So there's a lot to be done, but I took this job knowing that. I took this job knowing what it was, and I just said that to the boys in there. Ultimately, I've basically stopped playing football to do this, and that shows what I think of them and what I want to do for this football club. The owner, Damien, but the players and staff, I need to get something back now. I need to get something back from them, and the effort's there, the trying's there, but I need to somehow dig in and find a little bit more quality and endeavour, if you like, and I need to see characters. I need to see characters.
Also, talk about characters. How good was Mark Cousins today? I mean, he's surely someone 37 years old, experienced this level, League 2, League 1. How big is he going to be in the guys?
They're the people. They're the people that you want. I know Cuzzo, I've been with him here now a few years. As soon as I took the job, I knew what I was going to do. I knew he was going to be my number one. And he is someone that shows everything in what I've just said in abundance, and he's pulled off some fantastic saves. Let's not beat around the bush. He's done that in all 3 games so far, and he's done that his whole career, and he's done that ever since I've been at Ebbsfleet. He's one of, if not the most consistent performance at this football club since I've been here. He's a proper person. He's a proper pro. He's zero egg, zero moaning, gets his head down, cracks on, always on time, always giving extra, and he's the type of people that I need in the changing room. And as you say, he was top drawer again today.
Obviously, Dagenham and Redbridge on New Year's Day. What can you realistically change between now and then? I think Dagenham lost to Braintree today. What can you take from that? Take from today's performance into that?
Well, look, I have to let the dust settle. I have to dust us down. We need to get in tomorrow. We need a little breather at the right time. It's a very busy schedule in terms of any aspect of life, not just football at the moment. So I need to work out how I go about that and what we do. But we're at home. We're at home. It's New Year's Day. It's the start of a new year. You have to cling on to every little bit that you can. We're playing against a side that is nearer us in the division than certainly the last 2 games before today. But being at home is a big thing. I need front-footed. I need to have a team that are willing to runs in behind, get back, up and down, and give me everything they've got. And that's what I'll do. In terms of personnel, we'll probably be very similar, maybe 1 or 2 different.
Is the virus gone through the camp?
Yeah, I had more players available today. It's probably still lingering, but that's been and gone. That was last week. Now I've got a lot more players available. There might be 1 or 2 fresh faces, maybe, hopefully, but at some stage there will be. But for New Year's Day, I need to get out the best of what I've got in there. And I know how good those boys are in there. I know how good those boys are. They're just not believing in themselves at the moment, and their confidence and the belief. I keep repeating myself, but that's what it is. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're very fragile. Look at it like this, where you've got a shattered bit of glass, and it doesn't need much to completely put the cracks through and break it and shatter it. Is what I'm saying. So there's a crack in a glass, a little flick or a little tumble, and it completely goes. And that's a little bit what we're like at the moment. But I'm big on that. I'm big character. I'm big on the mentality and the mindset of people. So I'll keep working with my voice and my day-to-day stuff with them, and hopefully I can dig something out of them, and we can we can start to put some results together.
Finally, Josh, obviously you mentioned being at home. How big are the fans going to be? Obviously you had 100 or so come today. What message have you got to them and to the people that are considering coming on New Year's Day?
Look, I've never worked or played under a set of fans that stick with you as much as they do. We've gone over there again today, Boxing Day, their hard-earned money, come away from their families to come here. Yes, it's not a million miles, but it's still a day out, still takes time. Clapped me before, clapped us before, clapped us at the end. And that shows you that they're a group of fans that want the best for the club, want the best for the team, and of course for themselves, but they're with us and they have to stick with us. The fans have to stick with us because the fans, I'll repeat myself, said it a few times already, the fans of the football club. And without them, there is no Ebbsfleet United. And I've never, ever worked under a set of fans like that stick with you as much as you do. And us as a group are very fortunate to have them. So we need them to come out in their numbers. We need to enjoy their new year in terms of New Year's Eve. Hopefully they don't get too hungover. And they're with us. They're with us at the Cufflink. And they're in their numbers. They're singing their hearts out. And hopefully they can help with me drag this group to start getting positive results.
Brilliant. Cheers, Josh.
Thank you.